Hi, Joy Warriors. Okay, let's discuss how you fake it till you make it. Sometimes we have to fake to have fun, to get the real fun. I remember after my divorce, I couldn't seem to go do the things that used to be fun for me. I don't know, I just was going through this whole grief process, and I wanted to go do fun things, but I just felt sort of closed up, and I wanted to just hide. And what I realized after a while of this is that I actually just needed to fake it and just go out. And dancing's been something I've been doing since I was a little kid, like whether it's salsa dancing or swing dancing or just any kind of dancing or going to the beach. And what I found is that I didn't really want to go, even though I loved doing it. So I just would start going out, and I would find people who would just go with me, or sometimes I just go by myself, and I would just go. And it didn't really seem very fun at first, which was odd for me because it had always been one of those things that I always used to escape. But I think sometimes it's just going through the motions, especially when we're going through a rough time, like a divorce or health issues. Like right now when I travel so much, I have this weekly party I go to that's called Motown Monday, and I love it. But sometimes I'm just so exhausted from traveling, or I've worked already a 15-hour day that day, and I think the last thing I want to do is go dance. But what's so cool is that when I go do that, and I just spend half an hour there, and get a little dancing in and see a couple friends, all of a sudden I don't feel like I worked 15 hours, or I don't feel as jet lagged. And it's faking it. It's going anyway. It's going even though my mind tells me I'm too tired, or that, oh, you're too old for that, or whatever crazy thought I have in there. And so learning to just sort of fake it till you make it. Or sometimes, like, you're laying down and you've been home every day, or you're watching TV and you're like, God, it's so pretty out, I should go out. But then you don't go out. And then you miss the sunset, or you miss the ocean, or you live in this beautiful place and you're not going and seeing all these things. And in the back of your mind, you're sort of guilting yourself about it. So the way you fake it till you make it is that you just go do it. Just do it anyway, even if you're not in the mood to do it. And if you can't get yourself to do it, then you find some friends who will help you do it. And you become action heroes together to go get into action and faking it until you get there. One of the things I used to do when I was in college is I waited tables. That's how I worked my way through college. And it was sort of funny. I was also learning how to get my life together and really in lots of therapy to recover from my crazy past. And I would be crying nonstop, working through some sort of crazy emotional issue. And then on the way to work, I would just start smiling because I knew I was going to have to wait tables and just smile. And if I didn't smile, I didn't make as many tips. And then I would just pretend it was a part that I was playing in some play, and I would put on the face and I would smile. And then by the end of my shift, I would actually not be that sad anymore. And I would already had faked myself into a better mood. And so it's not about not being authentic with ourselves. I mean, we do want to allow ourselves these feelings, these expressions that we have, and that sometimes our body is tired and we shouldn't go out dancing. But if that's always our excuse, if we're never sort of pushing ourselves past some sort of emotional boundary, the last analogy that I have, which I think is amazing and gives me chills, is that I swim in very cold water all year round without a wetsuit. And I thought in a million years I would never do something like that because I've always had arthritis and my body hurts when it's cold. And what I found is that, a long story I won't tell you, but I started swimming, and right before you get into the water, you think, your brain's like, oh my God, that water's going to kill you. It's 50 degrees and you're going to die. And then you get in the water and you want to turn back because you're like, oh my God, this is so cold. Why would I do this to myself? It feels like an ice cube. But then once you get in the water, you're swimming with dolphins and you see the Golden Gate Bridge and you see these sea cliffs, and like you feel energized for the rest of the day. And you're like, oh my God, if I hadn't walked myself through this and faked myself through the fear, I psyched myself out and the rest of my day is amazing. And then I can go make cold calls and I'm so energized and I feel like I can do anything. And it was really just sort of faking it till I make it, pretending that I could do it and that I was courageous enough to do it, even though I didn't feel like I was. But ironically, I actually was. So my swimming in the ocean is my metaphor that I use every day that helps me get through all the things that I'm terrified to do, even if they're simple things. So go fake it till you make it. What's faking it to make it for you? What is the things that you really want to do but you've been too scared? Do it anyway and find some way to go do it. as long as it's not harming yourself or others, but just go make things happen and fake it. Because the truth is, if you don't do it on your deathbed, you're going to wish you had. So don't do that to yourself. All right, so what can you do to fake it till you make it? And a new kind of fun for you. So harness the fun again. Go get 'em. Go have some fun.